This is Quaker. I'm on the lower road. And the famous Hunter Street Bridge. We have an upper baseball park, which is used very frequently. And our lower baseball park. There's basketball court and a children's playground. Those are the biggest carrots I've ever seen. There's another look at Quaker. Quaker PepsiCo. Now we're on the Hunter Street Bridge. I'll be talking about Quaker in a couple minutes, and this bridge, and the significance of it. Bird's eye view of the factory. The construction of this bridge took years. It's a massive building. Massive. It sits on the Otonabee River. Okay guys, I hope you can hear me. Quaker Oats plant. The company became Quaker Oats in 1901. The Quaker trademark was registered in 1877 by Henry Parsons Crowley and on an Ohio milling company. Two other millers, Robert Stewart and Ferdinand Schumacher, in creating the American company. By late 1890, a management conflict arose between the three men who broke off the partnership. The plant used a steam whistle at the start of the day at 8 a.m., lunch hour, and the end of the day, just like the Flintstones. They produced grain and oats, and they were shipped into the factory to produce cereals and livestock feed, as well as ready to serve oats for breakfast. It was a flour plant until the 1960s. It shipped food during the World War II to Europe and Africa for their war efforts. The bags were used in Africa. They were blue and they were long enough to make pants for the men. In other places, used other types of cloth bags for curtains, etc. Quaker was short for men for production during the World War II. So the local Peterborough jail sent inmates to the plant daily to work. December 11th, 1916, due to environmental conditions, dust, humidity, temps can become flammable. There were measures in place to control this dust, but due to increased production and not being properly managed at the time, a fire broke out and the building exploded. The first building. Loads of people crawled on their bellies out of the building, and a man actually jumped out of a second floor window. A few months later, he succumbed to his injuries. All people can remember was burning food. 23 people lost their lives that day. After the fire, the company was considering to leave Peterborough and to move to London, Ontario. Quaker would stay if Peterborough built a bridge, which is Hunter Street Bridge that you've seen. They wanted a bridge built for the workers to get to the factory on a quicker note. Peterborough agreed after getting a quote of $250,000. There were delays and the factory was rebuilt way before the bridge was completed. And in the spring of 1917, the plant was started and was completed by 1919. The bridge cost double the quoted amount, and it was $525,000. It took Peterborough 30 years to pay off its debt. And when the plant reopened, there was a hefty, long lineup of people seeking jobs. Why? The downtown business owners were losing their workers to Quaker over the price paid per hour that was much greater than what they could offer. The bridge is one of Peterborough's attractions, not just for the size, the beauty, and it becoming a linchpin to keep Quaker here and to keep the economy booming, but unfortunately, it's an attraction to the mentally ill. And for years, we have had people jumping, dying, and talked off. And from one instance, a man actually survived the jump. He floated all the way to the lower part of Little Lake, which was amazing. Everything made in Peterborough is available and sold across Canada. I wonder about this bridge and why the city hasn't put a safety net below or fencing as they have had on the Toronto's DVP to keep people safe. And it's always kind of like bothered me to this day about it. There is a memorial of the fire victims, and I will find it and show you in good time. Some fun facts: the father, uncle, and sister of hockey legend Bob Gainey all worked at Quaker. Bill Plager of the NHL fame worked at the plant as well. And PepsiCo bought it in 2001. And that's it, guys. We'll just do a quick view.